Hello, how's it going? Alright, so haven't worked on the challenge for a while, but hopefully can get back to it now. We finished the first game last time, which was Flappy Bird, and now we're moving on to Breakout. Okay. Oh, need to wait for this to finish. Just for practice. So it's just the 20 games challenge where you start out simple with either Pong or Flappy Bird, and then the next option was Breakout or Jetpack Joyride. I did want to do Jetpack Joyride, but then uh, I don't know, this Breakout felt simpler. Just get it out of the way, move on to move down the list because stuff's going to get more and more complicated anyways. So Breakout's just simple to get out of the way. Are you done yet? Oh, my ID is broken again. Great. Oh, I made a breakout folder in the breakout folder on accident. Good. That was good. No, I don't have a Discord. Might make one at some point, but yeah, not at the moment. Okay, I think it's working now. Yes. Okay, it's restarted a couple of times. It'll start working. Got it. Right, so what do we need? We need a player. I'm wondering if I should use a character body. I haven't used the character body to set its position directly because presumably we don't want to use velocity for this because I wanted it to be controlled by the mouse. Let's give it a go. Start with a sprite 2D. Hello there. Hello Pixel. How is it going? Photo. Not bad, not bad. I've been pretty lazy and unproductive, so hoping to get back into doing stuff. Not burnout, just being lazy and lethargic. Like I haven't done anything productive in the past 3 weeks to a month. With no reason in particular, just being lazy. Like anytime I think of working or doing anything productive, I'm like, maybe tomorrow. Let's say we set the position directly instead of interacting with velocity. Why are you up there? Oh. Not zero, keep your current. Godot. I used to use Unity when I first got started. That was like years ago, and then Unity just started to feel really slow. Stuff takes forever to load. You make a single change in code, it takes like 10 seconds for you to just test your code. And like it felt really slow to iterate. And I tried out Godot, and I was surprised to see that it was 50 MB. And that immediately I'm like, okay, this is just nice. So much nicer. And I also enjoyed using it, so I wasn't really too attached to Unity, even though I'd been using it for a couple of years up to that point. Alright, so that moves. A ball. Make initial comment. Ball needs to be a character body as well. How would I detect a collision body? I'll use Godot again. They should add more shapes of Godot. Like a triangle Godot and a circle Godot. ECS plugins? Nope. Never tried any of those. Just add gravity for now. Gravity of all of this stuff. ECS is Entity Component System. Don't really know too much about it myself though. Haven't really used it before. Okay, what if, just to simplify things, I just make this an area 2D because I don't need physical collisions. As long as I know that the ball's hitting the paddle, that should be good. Oh, also, right. Do that for a second. Okay, that looks better. But area on the player. Area 2D. Obviously, they won't physically collide anymore. And now I can and look for connect to the body entered signal, or yeah, body entered. Make sure the body is a ball. You just wanna perfect. Or rather, should I make the ball an area? Can everything just be areas? I think that would work for this. For now, let's just say we had a target direction. Make a function in here called reflect, and oh, there's a built-in function to that. Bounce. vector2.bounce. It's convenient. So we have the paddle here, we want the ball to go like that. And the normal would be that way. Listen to music when you code. Sometimes I do. I actually put some lo-fi music on, but then OBS wasn't detecting it, so I just shut it off. Let's see if I can do that again. I don't think the audio was coming through to the stream. Can you hear it? Okay, now we should be able to. I think it's working now. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it wasn't at the start, and then I had to change some settings. Like it's working now. What's on anime? Uh, I'm neutral to it. I've watched a couple, but I don't watch often enough to know enough. Most recent. I have no clue, probably like 2 years ago. I have no clue. The first one I ever watched was Death Note, which I enjoyed. How much time a day? Well, so far it was 0 for a while. Haven't used Godot in a while, or haven't done anything productive in a while. But like usually when I'm motivated to keep working every day, I spend all my day in Godot. Hopefully can start to do that again. Hello. I haven't actually ever used Move and Collide in my year and a half of using Godot, which seems to be what I should be using for this, because I think this has information about normals. Yeah, get normal. Alright, let's try using Move and Collide. Let's bring the player back to being a character body. And well, okay, the ball's going to Move and Collide, not the player, so the player can stay like that. Ball 2. Oh, I made 2 balls on it. Copy. Do I use AI? Depends. Sometimes, like I don't use it all the time. If I'm stuck on like a specific issue, then yeah, I might. I've been doing a lot of, or I was doing a lot of coding in my video editor, DaVinci Resolve, to make plugins and stuff, and that uses Lua scripting, a language that I've never used before, and like, yeah, AI has been really helpful because like it's really good to use it to learn, because I knew nothing about Lua, but I have an understanding of what functions are, what classes are, and what dictionaries are, and all that. So it's a matter of knowing what those things are called or how they're used in another language. And yeah, like AI was, ChatGPT was like really useful in just asking a lot of questions and saying, oh, this is this in C#, what is it in Lua? And like for stuff like that, it's really good. It'll still mess up and give you completely wrong information from time to time, but it's just, you'll have to fact check most things that it gives you. Okay, so instead of move and slide, we want move and collide. And you need me to pass you the, presumably you don't set the velocity yourself, I'm thinking. And this is physics process, so no delta. Okay, these are optional. Does that just work out of the box? Okay. Shouldn't save. Ball. Just close both balls. It's another duplicate. It keeps reproducing. Again. Custom resources. Yeah. I mean, depends on the use case, but yeah, anytime you want to have data that you want to easily edit in the inspector, resources are perfect. Why is the ball still acting up? Only one. Let me try restarting. Hi Addy, I'm doing good. It's still broken. What are you missing? Oh, main. Oh, main still had the old ball reference. Okay. Should have told me that before. Yeah, that works. Alright, so now I don't need gravity anymore. Never mind, I do. Because the direction is zeroed. Let's do down. There we go. And then I think that's way too fast, so let's just 5 instead. And then what does this return? Kinematic collision. So what does that tell me? Kinematic collision. You can get the angle. Collision angle, okay, that's useful. I would have probably had to use this if the bounce function didn't exist. But looks like that already exists, so get normal is probably what I want. Get normal, and then oh, I lost my reflect function. I want to take in a normal. We want to use bounce, pass in the normal. Is that all? Target direction. Oh, yeah. set the target direction and call this okay, so is this null if there's no collision? Let's print out the collision. I use VS Code because I'm using C# and there's no C# support in the Godot editor. Okay, it is null if there's no collision. So if collision is not equal to null, only then do I want to get the normal called reflect, pass that in. Hey. Simple enough. And what happens when I it's just reflecting directly straight back up because there's no angle on the ball at the start. Let's say for one I want the ball to bounce, so bounce off the walls. Hi Nehal. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Marathon as well. Really enjoyed playing the cycle, and this looks the closest to cycle combined with Apex. And ready, let's set the target direction. I want the starting direction to be randomized. So instead of going straight down, it would go particular direction. So let's say we do vector2 dot down. And I can offset the vector by 30 degrees on each direction. So vector2 dot down dot rotated, and I want to rotate it by rand range. Where's radians with math of? Yeah, degrees to radians, and let's say 30 degrees. So minus 30 to positive 30. I should probably refactor this. Introduce local and call that start angle offset. And then I can use the positive start angle offset. What is your problem? These are doubles. Okay, you can be double. Then the result is a double. Cast that to a float. Float. And I want to. I can make this a member variable action. Is there a quick action for that? There is not. Grab that. What? Works. I want to set the target direction to whatever this was. So now it should be a random angle instead of, there we go. And it reflects, nice. Trick, make tricks, and also, let's make the walls first. Area, no, let's do static body, collision, shape 2D. This can have my new friend world boundary. I used this for the first time last time. It's a lot nicer for boundaries than using a square or like a rectangle shape. So wait, can I use two of these in the same static body? Like, let's use one for testing first. So wait, that should automatically collide with the ball by default, I think. It reflected, it randomized the wrong way. Go left. Left? Is my math wrong or is my luck bad? There we go. Okay, it's not steep enough. Great. Let's go left. Forget all of this. Target direction. Yeah. See how you failed that? There we go. Okay. That is perfect. And then we want another one facing same resource. Make unique and then rotate. Okay. By zero. Okay, so it should bounce left and right now. Perfect. And I can add a third one as well. Up top. And it can be 1, or 0, 1. Forgot to duplicate. Make unique, then 0, 1. It's 0. Yes. Well, can't test that. I could have just done this from the start to test all of them. Oh, I didn't see that. Thank you for the 30 rupees. Appreciate it. I'm sorry. I was too focused. Forgive me. Get rid of this now. I missed. That works. Painfully slow because it doesn't take into account the velocity of the paddle. But yeah, it works though. Yes, I know you. I indeed know. How could I not? Oh, I can hit it on the side. What if I... Okay, this will be a long wait. Maybe I should increase the velocity gradually. So let's do I add, or I guess I just increase the speed, right? So yeah, just add to this. So add this. Let's just say export float. Acceleration or speed increase, and let's just add that here. Speed is a float. What is that? Oh, that. Yeah, I want to stream more. Hopefully, can be less lazy and start working more. Vlogs, no. No. Okay, so this should now increase speed. So let's make this, or let's make this current speed, and we'll have another one called start speed or base speed. So we have base speed, and then this can be a non-export variable. and we increase by this amount every frame, and whenever a collision happens, we want to reset it. Do I want it to reset? Maybe not. Let's put this to the side for now. Speed increase. Let's make it 0 for now. That shouldn't affect anything. And maybe just increase the speed. I think it's too slow now. I think I started with 15 and that was too fast. This is also too fast. That's not bad. And so we have bouncing, we have walls. Obstacle next, or no? Let's do. So right now the movement has no effect on the target direction, so let's. So I'm curious, is my paddle's velocity calculated at all? Because I'm setting the global position directly. I'm not sure whether that's computed at all or if it's just 0 the whole time. Yeah, it's 0 the whole time. So technically the player's not moving at all. But what we want to do is grab the or store the last frame's position. And we can do just the x-axis because it's the paddle. Can probably just be process, I think. And we want to set the last frame position to the global position at the end, and before that we compare last frame minus current. It's the other way around. If it's going like that, there was last frame, this is the current frame. I want to do current minus last to get this. Okay. So the velocity on the x is basically the current global position minus the last frame's position. I think I need delta there. So that's the velocity x, which I can only turn into a property. commit set and can be so now that should be our player velocity, and based on the player velocity we want to hit the ball or change the ball's direction when it hits. Let's print this first to see if it's working. Okay, seems to be working. You yeet it really hard. You know, I should probably put a clamp on that. But for now, let's leave it be. Oh, I don't need this. Okay, so the velocity is calculated properly. If it's the player, so we check if the collision is not null. What else can I check on the collision? Can I check who collided? Probably. Hello. Thank you. Get collider returns the object. So this is probably going to return the player object. So also check if the collision dot get object, what is it? Get collider. Yeah, get collider. Is a player. Then I want to get the player's velocity x, and I want to tilt the velocity based on the strength. Target direction, I want to rotate it. So reflect changes the target direction, and oh, thank you board coder, appreciate it. So we want the velocity. Add a new parameter here called okay. Hopefully it's getting in the way more than helping me. What is that? I don't need a bool. I want a float rotate by. I can set that to 0 by default, and I can rotate the bounce vector by that amount, I think. So rotate by the degrees to radians and pass that in. Okay, so now better to write in GDScript or C#. Doesn't matter. Just pick what you're comfortable with, and like if if you want to try something out, then sure, switch to the other one for a while and just whichever one you're more comfortable with. I think that's what you should go for. I personally find C# to be way more nice to work with. Yeah, like I personally feel like I have a lot more control over what I'm doing with C#, but that might not be the same for someone else. So, and I've also been using C# before getting into Godot, so I'm already familiar with it, comfortable with it. I did use GDScript at the start when I got started with Godot, and I almost gave up on Godot completely because I wasn't a big fan of GDScript. But then I decided that I would give one last try with C#, and I ended up staying because I actually enjoyed working with Godot in C#. And there's also like other language features that are nice to use in C#. When GDScript you might have to resort to workarounds and whatnot. So let's make a float rotate. Okay. Let's actually remove this from being a default parameter because I'll use this here, and I can pass that value in. And if I collide with the player, I want to set the rotate 5 degrees to the player's velocity x. Probably not just the raw velocity, but let's see. Probably going to go down if I hit it hard enough with this code. Did that do it? Okay. Can't tell if that's working. Okay, I think that's working. Kind of. Nope. That time. I can't tell if it's working or not. Okay, there it definitely worked, I think. I need to try and hit it away from, or in the it needs to go in the same direction that it's coming in from. And then I know it worked. So it's coming this way. Okay, yeah, it is working. Not working consistently, but it is working. And let's actually print out the player velocity here instead of on the player, so I know what it's using when I hit it. 16. 0 there. Okay, that's wrong. Thank you, epic cool person. I appreciate it. Okay, it collided twice there. Okay, I hit it twice there, and that's done it. I'm thinking it is too slow. Let's say let's try the speed increase. Let's say this was 0.5. and then whenever a collision happened, it would set it back to the or the current speed, and then current speed is just default, and whenever a collision happens, I want to set the current speed to the base speed, so it loses all this. What does that look? Oh god. That's not right. Why does that happen? Oh, because current speed is 0 by default. We want the current speed to be at the base speed default. I have no clue whether that's working or not. Let's print the current speed each, not each time. Let's just do it in process. It does not increase. Is that? Maybe I should split this part. I think that should work. I'm not sure why it's not. Maybe if I split up into its one. Oh, okay, now we know it's working. That's pretty interesting, to say the least. I kind of like that. Not as monotonous as how Pong usually is. Obviously too harsh there, the effect, but maybe I'll leave it like that. Yeah. I kind of like it though. This Pong in general, it's very boring as a game, but this, I feel like, makes it a lot more interesting, even though it's a bit wonky. It's actually a challenge to play now. I will leave that in. Epic. Now this thing, I want. So wait, what was my? Okay, I'm printing current. Yeah. Like I could, or I could just actually maybe. I don't know if random rate of change really changes much, but maybe just decrease this by a lot. No, I think actually never mind. I think this is gonna be more wonky. Uh, Never mind. That's not bad. I don't like how it's immediately losing all the speed though. Not a fan. Maybe it only loses 50% of its speed. Or maybe it should lose like 30% of its speed. so that it keeps accelerating with the hits or what make it. Yeah, I think randomness would be pretty interesting. Probably tackle that later though. I'll leave it as this for now. Okay, so this doesn't seem to be working too well. So I want to grab the velocity and maybe multiply it by 2, and I'll grab that whole thing and then clamp that between uh, let's say that was, maybe I can only change that by 30 degrees, so like 45 degrees. And then print that, and I would pass that in. So that might be a little better. Oh god. It's stuck forever now. God knows. Probably going to take like 7 minutes for it to come back down. Maybe. Maybe I want to multiply it by 10 instead. This is a magic number, not good. Let's make it a local float. Shit name, but it'll do for now. Wow. So now I can hit it back. I missed. I hit it down. Wow. Why do I keep missing? Definitely doing that. Yeah, that kind of works better, I guess. So um let's move on. Let's make the obstacle. This thing can be a static body, probably. I'll make it a collision shape in case I want to change it. Or not collision shape, character body. In case I want to move it later. Just we can join these. Make this unique. And they can be slightly bigger than the player. I'll do that. So that should actually just straight up work now. Yeah, that should work by default. Oh, wait. I had it as a child. Well, it is working. And that was an easy way to test it. Interesting. I would have never thought of testing it like that. But yeah, it works. Yeah. So make a script that takes care of spawning the bricks. Yes. Use that. And I want to multiply each of these by the width and height. Correct. So for that, I think I can just make a property. So public dot width. Let's just do size, and it will be a vector 2 instead. Or I guess this doesn't need a set type. In that case, just that. I want a reference to the sprite 2D. However, I won't be able to get the size directly because it's scaled up. Can I get it from this? This is a pixel value, so I think I can. I will get the collision shape. Let me get my add-on in. We'll grab node. Plugins. And now I can get a reference. This. If I do Alt C and then Control V. And I don't need this anymore. I can do collision shape 2D dot shape dot X and Y. Okay, I can't do it in a single line. Or actually already, let's set the rectangle shape 2D and I can return this rectangle shape 2D have a does it have a get size? Oh, it just has a size. Oh, okay, this is a single property, I didn't realize. Perfect. So I want the rectangle shape to the dot size. And here okay, I still need 3 instance. Do I want to make this static? Probably not. This is one thing that's a little annoying with Godot, where you can't get the exported value. Or well, in this case it's not an export, never mind. So I want to basically go in here, spawn a dummy brick. So let's instantiate a dummy brick. This is probably a really stupid way to do this, but it's going to work, so might as well. Thank you, appreciate it. So let's spawn in the dummy brick and then dummy brick. I want this to be a brick. Instantiate it as a brick and then dummy brick dot. I want the size. I want to make a 2 brick size. This dummy brick size, and then I can just get rid of dummy brick. I don't think I need to add it to the tree at all, so this should be fine. And the brick size I can use here, so multiply this with the brick size. Well, brick size dot y and then brick size dot. So now that should spawn the brick, position it, add it as a child. The brick manager. Errors, lovely. This does not exist yet. I guess I do need to add it to the tree. Now I'm gonna have a race condition, I think. Oh, never mind, it works. Okay. So is that a 5x5 grid? Looks like it. And let me set the bricks as a child of the marker 2D instead. It's going to be annoying to create the bricks through code. Now positioning is gonna not be straightforward because I have to keep guessing. I think it would make sense to make like an editor tool where I set these properties in the inspector and press a button or something, and it would generate those bricks in the scene itself, and then I can position them. For now, let's marker 2D. I'll grab a container. Grab a reference to the container. And add them as a child of the brick container. And I'll also use position instead, so that we're using the brick containers offset, and I can put the brick container there. Okay, the ball's fucked because inside the bricks. And now I should be able to grab this. Okay. That should update, yes. Over there. Works. Ball can come down. Let us also add the spacing that I was recommending earlier, actually. Grid spacing here. And let's add the grid spacing at the end. That doesn't have done anything. Oh, because it's half a pixel. Okay, let's do 5 pixels. Or 3 pixels. That has not done anything. Let's do 10 pixels. Let's export it. I can just change it here. I don't know. Keep going in. Manager. Why isn't this doing anything? Didn't matter adding here or here. And then 30. I should probably make these. Let's do 2 count. Oh, the whole thing is just shifted by the offset. Makes sense. How do I add a gap in between? I want this to be the position, and then the next brick needs to be here. This width was 5, and my spacing, let's say it was 2. So the second thing's position should be 5 plus 2 plus whatever this. This is giving me 5 into 2, which would be wherever here. Do I add this? Or maybe what does that do? That works. Okay. And I want to apply the same here, so I'll copy this whole thing, paste, and then y. And now if I reset these, this should have the spacing applied to each brick. There we go. That is too much spacing. Let's do 5. And there we go. That looks a lot nicer. I think I can bring the brick. Awesome. And now in the brick I can I want to detect a collision, but this one isn't moving, so how do can I detect a collision without using move and collide with another body? What's test move? Where's that? Oh, okay, not what we want. What about static body? Do you have anything I can use? Nope. Or wait, I'm not using a static body, I think. I'm using a static body for this as well. I guess we can use move and collide, but not move. Don't move and collide. And grab the result. So our result. Collision, and I can do get collision if the collision is not null. I want to get the collider. Right, do I? No. If something's colliding, then I can just queue free. Missed. Maybe it should go up by default. Doesn't. Just colliding. This is a character body, and ball is also. One. I should probably make it so that the velocity is reset only when only when the paddle is hit, but can keep accelerating otherwise. So do this only if it's the player. Okay, I'm making it go up. Keeps dropping off before I can get to it. It should keep speeding up forever until it hits the paddle again. Yeah, but why are you not detecting the collision? Let's just make another area 2D, I guess. can be slightly bigger. And let's just connect to body entered. If the body is the ball, we can simply queue free. There we go. And all of this can go. It gets too fast. What? All right. So we have the ball working. Oh. Yep. It keeps gaining speed whenever while it's in the air. It had so much speed it kept going down even after hitting the paddle. First time this game was difficult in human history. It probably clamp the ball speed at some point. So maybe max speed of, well, okay, this is happening frame rate independent. Yeah, it is happening frame rate independent. Okay. Here. I just want to do math f dot max or min between the current speed do I give you two floats? To set this to the current speed plus speed increase or the max speed, whichever is lower. I may have messed up something here though. I don't think it's going to accelerate anymore. Fire, hold on. Maybe copy that, go back to what I had, and then do that. Clamp it between what it currently is and the max speed. That should work. Oh, I think it was working. It's just my max speed was so low. I want it to be. What is my speed? Base speed is 5. Let's say it's the max of 15. Yeah, I like that. That basically just cleared the whole level. Oh. Okay, that's a good middle ground. I'll just put another one of these for testing. I don't want to keep restarting. Oh. To the -1. What? Oh. Good. Oh shit, I deleted the wrong. Copy that, move it down, rotate. There you go. Oh, so this was. Oh no. There. Now the game shall play itself. Wow, it picked 0 offset, or a very minuscule offset. Yeah. That's a decent place to stop, I think. We have basically the entire game working, just or at least the gameplay. Maybe I can add some like I can have the level switch to the next level automatically, have new blocks show up next, and also work on polishing. But yeah, the main gameplay is there. How long was that? 2 hours. Not bad. Get the last one. Yes. Nice. Okay, I'll stop there. Thank you for joining, and I'll see you next time.